Hello, and welcome to CCTV Data Management, Lateral Inspection, Life in the Time of COVID. My name is Becky Specht, and I'm a Senior Project Manager with the Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District on the Private Property Inflow and Infiltration Program.
And I'm Sean Kilpatrick with Brandon Caldwell, and I was the Principal Data Manager for this project.
Today, we'd like to provide an overview of some of the large-scale data management challenges we have experienced over the lifetime of the Private Property Inflow and Infiltration Program, which is ran by the Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewage District. We will walk you through our data management processes from the start of the program through the improvements we have made to become more efficient and organized, and how COVID impacted these decisions regarding the technology we implemented into our solutions. This is going to prepare the private property program for future success. MMSD provides regional wastewater and conveyance and treatment and reclamation to 1.1 million people across the 28 satellite municipalities. In 2010, we experienced 2 large localized storm events, which occurred in 1 week, causing over 13,000 reported wet basements to MMSD, and we tracked $32 million in damage. Therefore, we established a regional private property infiltration and inflow reduction program, which addressed points of clear water entering the sanitary sewer system from private property. Over the first 11 years of the MMSD program, we spent $27 million on private property work. The work is completed in partnership with each of the 28 municipalities and MMSD. The satellite communities typically lead the design and construction, while MMSD provides the funding and program oversight. We have completed inspection and repair of over 8,000 properties. Of the work completed, almost half of the work was completed using cured-in-place pipe, which implemented 72% of the program funding. When MMSD started the PPII program, we knew we needed to track some information to be able to report under the program and its effectiveness. We use ArcGIS Online to collect information on the location, type, and quantity of the work completed. The municipalities were requested to enter this information. The collected information was used to report on the calculated number of gallons removed from the sewer system based on the type and work completed. When the municipalities were done with their contracts, they provided the required information to MMSD to review and provide reimbursement. In their deliverable package, they provided the construction submittals, the CCTV reports and videos, and a project summary report. We would review all of this information, and if the work was acceptable, the municipality would be reimbursed. We had no need to maintain this large collection of data beyond the information we stored in ArcGIS Online. So the data would then get packed up and sent to long-term storage and records. Yearly, MMSD did do a spot inspection of all the work completed under the program. A small selection of properties were chosen each year to complete a CCTV inspection. During our yearly review and the review of the municipal deliverables, we began to see a trend which was concerning regarding cured-in-place pipe work. We felt it was important to complete a wider scope of CCTV inspection to understand the limits of the issues we were seeing, and we issued a larger CCTV contract that year. Based on what we saw in the first round of CCTV work, an additional 2 CCTV contracts were let, which allowed us to inspect all of the 4,000 CIPP laterals that were completed under the PPII program. For MMSD to understand the cause of what we were seeing, we had to go back to the data that we never thought we'd have to touch again and create a solid baseline for the root cause analysis. Brown and Caldwell was brought in to assist MMSD with this effort. The effort was broken up into 2 phases. Phase 1 focused on standardizing the first 850 CCTV inspections by PACP coding them, organizing our historical data, identifying deficiencies in the data we had provided them, and streamlining the data management and analysis efforts. Just as we completed phase 1 and started to release the second set of CCTV contracts, COVID hits, and we all ended up working from home. Our team was spread out across the US, and we all had issues with network speeds since we were working from home. This made uploading large data files very challenging as they often timed out. With phase 2 starting, we had to up our game and look for ways to improve our efficiency while still working from home. In phase 2, we had 2,400 inspections to complete within a 3-month time period. The contractor was requested to provide weekly deliverables of PACP-coded CCTV videos. The BC team needed to complete quality assurance reviews and lateral categorization to meet the aggressive schedule to begin our root cause analysis. Sean is now going to provide some more detail on our streamlining processes and the various software packages we use to achieve this effort.
Thank you, Becky. We talked about a lot of data that was coming in and we needed a lot of tools. We needed the right tools for the right job. And I'm going to give you a highlight of each one of those tools, as well as show you how we use them in our project. First, we used Innovize's Info Asset Manager. This was the central repository for all of our inspection data. It is a desktop software that is GIS compatible, and it really manages the inspection data very, very well. It helps us link the inspection data to individual assets, and it is designed from the ground up to handle lots of data, tracking with data flags, identifying where the information came from, and it's really good at remote teams with checking in and out data. The game changer for us, however, was T4 Vault. The T4 Vault allows internet videos at the click of a button. It's the equivalent of a YouTube for your CCTV videos. It's a cloud-based solution for viewing, storing, and sharing CCTV videos. But as you see in the screenshot over to the right, we also have the inspection data from LACP or PCP inspections. It creates up to 2 different unique hyperlinks, both a private one for working or a public one if you decide to share that data. And it allows for easy review of this data no matter where you are located. You remember remote teams, we had people all over the country. As long as they had access to the internet, they could review these videos. And on phase 2, we asked the contractor to load this data directly, which eliminated the need for the potentially dangerous hard drive handoffs. We used ArcGIS Online, the data dashboards, multiple ways during the phase 2 of the project, where we're tracking that CCTV work. And we were, these are weekly screenshots that are popping up that are video, and we're able to track the information as it's coming in from the contractor, as they're loading it up into T4 for us. And then as well, the district was able to review all of the work that BC was doing as we were categorizing all these videos and putting them into their specific locations so they could make sure that BC was on schedule. We are also planning on using the data loaded into ArcGIS Online with various different dashboards for other issues. It has proved to be an excellent centralized location for all of the PPI work. For the upcoming root cause analysis, we will be able to filter on different data with a spatial analysis information. That's the one you see in the top left. And in the bottom right, the district needs to make sure that they are reporting back on how they're spending the equivalent money and making sure that that's taken care of well. And so we see some various different ones, no longer having to export data and run analyses on it outside of the program. You can now just have these data dashboards, which will set up your reporting automatically. Speaking of analyzing data, Microsoft's Power BI really is going to be helpful for this root cause analysis as well. It allows us to go down even further than we would get in the ArcGIS Online data dashboard, and allows us to filter by all sorts of choices, such as the year of the install, the categorization of the rehab, breaking out specific words that are in the review, such as the defect type. One of the nice things about it is it does automatically update. As you update the information lying underneath the Power BI dashboard, it will automatically update with the data as we see it. We also use one of the oldest tools for managing data, Microsoft Access. In this case, we were mostly using it to generate customized reports. And those became great for communicating with all different stakeholders. These reports highlighted information such as about the parcel, what's the address of the municipality, the tax ID, the install information, like when was it installed, how long is it supposed to be, what funding agreement was there. There was also the public link was made there and available for people, as well as when appropriate, BC's review comments, the defect picture, and also any repair recommendations that might come up. We use Microsoft Teams, not just to record this video, but it was our key collaboration tool during the entire COVID time. We were able to have regular meetings to review our findings with the district and as well as for calibrating and training our work. When videos would come up that we weren't sure whether they fell into one category or another, we could get all of the experts and the users online, calibrate, and make sure that we were all agreeing that this was a category B, for instance. And so now you see, before we have these tools and how they're all interconnected and they all sort of talk to each other. The NASCO database is going into Info Asset Manager and T4, for instance. I've got a brief video coming up that will show you how this worked in action for us. Starts off with Info Asset Manager. You can see the asset information. We have a query here that's going to come up, and this query is going to grab all of the ones that are category D from a specific city. These are the lateral inspections. So now we look at those. This is that subset of those. Now it's going to open up that inspection. You see the inspection data plus the data flags telling us where the data came from. And here's BC's review comments, as well as that public link to the T4 video. So that's all stored in now. And that information is there. We also have the ArcGIS Online dashboard that's part of our root cause analysis. So this same information that's in Info Asset Manager is over here. We can now click on a parcel, however, and there's the highlighted information, including that link to the video, which again is great. A picture is worth 1,000 words, but a video must be worth 1,000,000. This is the T4 video. You can see it playing at a 4x speed. You can choose the speed you're watching it at. We also have the Power BI dashboard, which allows us to filter, for instance, on the year of install. So that's that one filtered piece, or choosing all the category Cs, and that's what we see here. Finally, that one-page report, which has all the information as well as the link to the T4 video. That video for us actually opens up inside of Bluebeam, and you can watch the video straight from your PDF viewer. So that's a highlight of how all of our information work together. Becky's going to now sort of bring us home and tell us her final results.
Thank you, Sean. Now that we have an organized collection of all the work completed under the PPII program for the first 10 years, which is associated to each property by its tax ID, we can quickly query properties to confirm the work that was completed, track the program's progress, share the data between team members and municipalities, and most importantly, share the information on the work completed with the homeowner. We will be basing our root cause analysis of this collection of data. Best of all, for the work that we completed under phase 2, we were able to lower our costs of reviewing our CCTV data by 2/3 from our phase 1 review. We achieved this cost reduction due to implementing standardization in data collection and improving access to all the files and records between all the members of the team. We improved efficiencies, which allowed us to get more done in less time as the program continues and expands. We have shared these requirements with our participating municipalities and are requiring contractors to follow standardized naming conventions and follow standardized NASCO PACP coding. And we're also requiring our contractors to use T4 for all CCTV deliverables that are completed under the PPII program. We hope that we can save you some time and effort by learning from the challenges we experienced while working with our large data set. Consider writing a data management SOP at the beginning of each project and updating it as you find opportunities for improvement. The data management plan should be a living document which can be shared by all on the team to achieve consistency. Identify all the ways that collected data could be used at the beginning of the project. If the data is worth collecting, you might as well collect it in a fashion to be able to get the most out of it when all the work is done. It's always harder going back to clean up data to improve your reporting than it is to do it right the first time. Don't eliminate the option of transitioning to a new software package just because the transition can take a lot of work. Sometimes the jump is worth the reduced level of effort in the long run. Thank you for your time.